To talk about something now. Me recently listening to the Joe Budden podcast. Basically, Joe Budden, I believe it was Queen's Flip that was asking Joe, about how he deals with certain people. As we know, he singled out Mel, Flip, and Ish because they don't know how to deal with the fans or whatever. And Joe was basically saying, like, it's good when the people talk about you. Don't get me wrong. Like, yes, some fans be on some bullshit with their shit, but there's a lot of fans that be positive. We only pay attention to the negative shit, and he's built for this. He understood that this is what he wanted, and this is what it is for him, right? And y'all niggas is on some other shit, you know. There's gonna be days you're gonna get frustrated or whatever, but it is what it is. He went into depth, but basically said, when them people start talking about you, when their voices get quieter and quieter, then you're doing a little something wrong. You know what I'm saying? And then he brought up Adam 22 and said, Adam is trying to fight on for dear life like it's over, whatever have you. Like, you ain't doing nothing, Adam. Yada, yada, yada. Now, these motherfuckers been throwing shots at each other for a while. I don't think Adam 22's over, but I do feel like Joe's voice eclipses him. Of course, Academics' voice eclipses him, and even DJ Vlad's voice eclipses him. As we've seen on the latest, like, media personality list or podcast list, whatever the fuck it was, Adam 22 was literally number 22 on the list of the top 25. Now, first of all, it's great that he made the list in general, but like, yeah, like, again, as much as his platform is hip-hop, they on a little bit of some other shit, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Like, when it came to like the Drake and Kendrick beef, not to say that I didn't care and I didn't want to hear about their opinions, but it was like, yeah, I'm gonna go to Joe and Academics first and listen to what the fuck they have to say. No disrespect to him, but it is what it is. Now, there might be some people besides me that would rather go listen to Adam's point of view first than the other two people I named. And that's perfectly fine. But basically, they're just talking about, like, it's downhill. So we're here to talk about what happened with No Jumper. Not in the sense of everything that happened, just the recent shit with whole Sharp leaving No Jumper at this point and the little disagreements they had there, and, like, just this shit I've been seeing going on. Now, if you don't know, Sharp has left No Jumper. Niggas didn't talk about this shit. I seen it happen. Academics reacted to it on one of his Twitch streams, and I was like, oh shit, Sharp is gone. So basically, Sharp alluded to the fact, like, Adam didn't really appreciate him. Basically, Leno didn't fuck with him, yada, yada, yada. And he came out to say, oh, you know, Sharpie wasn't really doing that much. Like, monetarily, he wasn't doing all this shit. Yada, yada, yada. The whole Lena shit, he was disrespecting some of the girls that worked on Plug Talk, yada, yada, yada. And see, I had said this before. Adam 22. Listen, the fact, and you know, you gotta give him love and respect. You did that, bro. You have your OnlyFans adult film content. You're doing that shit. You have your hip-hop content. You're doing that shit. You trying to meld it together. Now, I get it. You have like some big-ass warehouse and you shoot all that shit in there. Perfectly fine. Handle your business. I get it. But at the same time, bro, like, Academics said this a while ago when y'all niggas was having your back and forth and beefing with each other. Bro, there's certain shit you could get off because you are a Caucasian male that Academics can't get off because he's black. You really think Academics could do some of that shit you do and no niggas would be firing on that niggas till that kingdom come. It's just you could do that shit. Now, you could tell Academics he doesn't have to care or whatever, but it is what it is. It does look to the point where there is critiques that you do chase money and you're trying to go viral all the time. When motherfuckers do say that about your character, some of the shit you don't help yourself. It looks like that's what's going on. Also, with that happening, and again, maybe it was time for Sharp to leave. And Sharp held you down. I also do feel like a lot of niggas want loyalty. Hey, listen, at the end of the day, and you will realize this, even if you're working a basic 9-to-5 shit, even if you're in retail, you're just a number, bro. Yes, your manager or whoever that's seeing you pull in the numbers, if you're really doing that shit, they appreciate you. But at the end of the day, you're just a number. They can replace you just like this at the end of the day. So with Sharp, how he was going crazy with Sharp Talk, or Sharp Tank, sorry. And he was going crazy and doing his number. After that time, it diminished a little bit. Not to say he's a one-trick pony, but he had to switch it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And maybe he was being disrespectful to some of these OF girls that, because he was talking to some of these OF girls that Adam and Lena probably shoot scenes with, and maybe they felt disrespected. First of all, as much as I fuck with Adam, you can't bring these girls that you shoot scenes with onto the Sharp Tank. Sharp gonna do what he gonna do. He a pimp. He gonna do his shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Now, yes, have respect for people, But at the same time, common decency. But at the same time, if he's getting into his bag and that shit was working for you at a point, if he's getting into this bag and y'all know what it is, why the fuck is y'all niggas complaining? That's my first thing. Now, of course, Sharp probably wasn't doing as much numbers as he was doing when the Sharp Tank first popped off and him being on the other shows or whatever. Maybe he diminished his, like, you know, what's that? His, not image, like his presence, if you will. So it was what it was. Now, again, I don't know exactly why he left. He documented that in a video. He has a YouTube channel. You can go check it out. He spoke on it more eloquently than I am describing it, but it is what it is. Also, we're going to talk about the Ruger situation that I alluded to in my FBG Ducks video. You know what I'm saying? That, you know, Ruger came over there and he had his points like, every time I come over here, you ask me about this shit, lay off Mama Duck. Basically, Mama Duck is out here trying to sue Lil Durk, King Von, and the record labels for putting out music dissing her son, FBG Duck. RIP to FBG Duck, RIP to King Von, RIP to D-Thing, Lil Durk's brother, and whoever passed around that time, and all these diss songs or whatever have you, right? So Adam 22 went over there and he was talking this shit or whatever, which honestly, he was saying some shit that is common sense. I don't know how FBG Duck's mom is going to sue the record labels, but again, I don't know. I do feel bad that she lost her child. This does seem like a little bit of a money play, and I don't know how that's gonna work. The record label's been doing this. They love motherfuckers talking that stick talking stuff. French Montana Ben says some of these niggas on these hood rappers, they take out life insurance on them just in case they pass away, they could re-up. They been said that. Motherfuckers been say this shit. But anyways, Adam said what he said. Maybe sorry about that. Getting over a cold. Sorry about that. You know what I'm saying? One take K.A. We here. But a little bit of his tonality when discussing that, and maybe having reverence for FBG Duck's mom because she did lose a child. Again, now you could sit over here and say, well, how long do we have to give a reference? But, bro, at the end of the day, when you lose people, bro, you realize, bro, you forever gonna grieve. It just gets easier with the days going on. Maybe he could have had a little bit more reverence. Basically, that was one of Ruger's issues. You always speak about my ops or whatever and whatever have you, to the point he was trying to fight him over there. Now, it was a moment. He was trying to go viral. It was what it was. And I just, at some point, I got to look at Adam. Now, he was doing this thing. He was handling his own. He was tough talking. The security was over there, whatever have you. But, hey, it's like, but it is what it is. Now, he learned, because remember, that nigga was at the nail salon doing some fuck shit, and Russ pulled up and ran up on him and did some shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, as much as I do fuck with Adam 22 and he's making a lot of money and he's doing this thing and that's great and everything, yeah, you do gotta switch up some shit. You move. I'm not going to have the rhetoric Joe Budden has and say, like, he's done. But I will say, like, some of this shit does look clout chasey a bit. You wasn't doing this shit in the past. You wasn't doing this shit in the past. And listen, no nigga believes that you could out-rap Ruger. Like, again, no nigga believe that. Like, we don't take your ass seriously incredible at the end of the day. But again, I'm just looking at some of this shit No Jumper got going on, and I'm like, nigga, what happened? Like, from the show, just me watching him, House Phone, and Cam Girl, to like all this other shit. And I like that he introduced like the LA gang culture with AD and T-Rail, Brick Baby, and all these other guys. You know what I'm saying? I liked it, but it is what it is at this point. Like, I'm just seeing a change. I'm just seeing how this shit is going, especially coming from the man who, like, a couple months ago, or even potentially a year ago, I don't even remember when that shit came out, like, oh, you know, he does his little interviews and gets whatever, he's cool, he's gonna stop, like, chasing virality and doing all this dumb shit. But yeah, he's back here doing this dumb shit. It's insane and it's crazy at this point. And that's why when he goes back and forth with Joe Budden about who's, like, the hardest, like, my name holds more weight than you, and yada, 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 and all this other bullshit, it's like, at some point, as much as I do like Adams, like, you know, it fucking doesn't, because you're doing all this other shit and it's diminishing your fucking value and name. Again, I'm not the greatest businessman in the world, but again, I can see that, especially, or maybe because I'm black and I have melanin, that yes, certain shit you doing, bro, to niggas, and niggas is not the only thing in hip-hop, but we make up the culture, my nigga. We ain't fucking with some of this shit you doing, my nigga. Listen, I said it before when he was doing this adult shit. Yes, you are speak on hip-hop. You credible. You doing your interviews. I ain't here to take that away from you, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you doing this adult shit, bro, niggas is looking at you away. We might not take you 100% as serious as we did before. And it is what it is, gang. Now, that's my opinion. Other motherfuckers gonna have their opinion, but it is what it is. Clearly, there's a change. I'm not gonna say they just suffering out here, but clearly some of the shit you doing is a little bit more cloud chasey. AD left. T-Rail left. Sharp gone. All these other motherfuckers gone. And the people you have are great guys. I'm not here to disrespect none of them. But clearly, bro, it ain't looking like how it once was back in the day. That could be a good thing or a bad thing. I'm not saying either or. I'm just saying there's a change, and it doesn't look like it's trending in the most positive direction. That's all I'm here to say. But besides that, what do y'all think? Comment down below, links in the description. Besides that, it's your friendly neighborhood K.A. signing off for today. The Black TJ Deadweiler doing this thing. My name ring bells like Quasimodo. Hit like, subscribe, try a little bit more, you heard me. And I'm gone. Slimes on peace, y'all, gang. Aye.